to another edition of PJ's Movie Reviews. Today we are going to be talking about the movie World War Z. It's going to be our newer movie that we are going to review. Even though it's not that new, it's only 2 years old, I think. 2013 it was made.
We haven't had an opportunity to go to the movies in the past few weeks, so we'll go soon and review a new movie. But we were both home sick one day. I was recovering from surgery. He was actually supposedly sick. So anyways, we watched World War Z. As Preston said, it was made in 2013. Brad Pitt and some other actors were in the movie. I can't really pronounce their names, I'm not going to lie to you. His wife, the woman from Israel that was in the army, and the gentleman that used to work with him were all good actors, I think, in the movie. The movie was I like zombie movies. First off, or shows. As you can see behind us, there's
we got Rick and
Daryl from The Walking Dead.
Daryl's the best.
We thought about doing reviews on those. We'll get back to that. But anyways,
season reviews.
Yeah. So the action sequences were good. The beginning of the movie to me was a really good part of the movie. From what I've read online, there was a lot of problems with the production of the movie. A lot of people not getting along, the directors not getting along, producers, etc. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I think it reflected into the movie a little bit. And then also, I did just read yesterday, 2017. It looks like there's going to be another one released. Brad Pitt will actually be one of the producers. If you go to cinemablend.com, that's a good place to get some movie news, or Screen Rant, R-A-N-T. But supposedly, they're going a totally different direction with this movie. The first movie went, and that's where the disagreement was. What I read was that they were disagreeing on where to go with the movie, to stick with the story or not. To give you an example, there was a big part of the movie was supposed to be, at the end of the movie, there was a lot of fighting with the zombies, and there was a little scene in there about fighting with the zombies and the survivors, and it was all about how the cold, specifically in Russia, combated the zombies. That was their biggest offense, was the cold. They didn't really seem to take that direction at all. So it looks like the one released in 2017 may or may not go back to that direction. But I also read that a lot of the direction is separating the zombies versus the survivors. So they're not blended together so much. A lot of the way they fight them is to separate them. So we'll see if that happens. I'm excited to see it because I thought it was better than average. But what did you think about it?
I love the movie, but a couple things that I actually wanted to mention. When I go to see a zombie movie, I actually think of The Walking Dead. I don't know why, the zombies in The Walking Dead are great. But I think there was not a lot of zombie fighting in this movie at all. There wasn't like where they were real close. It was only from when they were shooting from the helicopter. Helicopter. They were shooting from the helicopter on top of the building. There was no zombie fighting. That's honestly, it's like having a what are they called? A pineapple cake or a angel food cake with whipped cream, and then the little cherries on top. But it's like someone took the cherries out and you can see the holes missing. But you could just see.
That was deep.
You could see where the movie was lacking just a little bit, but there was great parts of the movie. I liked it a lot. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I disagree a little bit because I thought there was action, but they were also focused on where obviously the focus of the story, if you haven't watched it, you better stop watching now, but the focus of the story was how the outbreak happened, and that's why they wanted it. That was the focus on how they're going to stop it.
Yeah, and I liked how they had to find that vaccine to stop. And that was good.
But if you watch zombie movies, you see that usually there's two types of zombies. There's the really slow ones, like Preston's saying, with The Walking Dead, and then you could literally take your time with them, as long as you don't get a wall behind you and you can't jump over the wall, you're okay. World War Z, these were a lot faster zombies. They were running.
Like marathon zombies.
It's more like a virus instead of they were dead. Kind of like with 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, if you've seen those movies, those zombies are really fast. And there's other ones out there. But so anyways, I give it, I'd say I like the movie better than average, so I'd say a 4 out of 5 myself.
I would have to go with the 4 too, so
Okay, good deal.
that's an 8. That's good.
So the next, just FYI, the next review we're gonna, we have Star Wars coming up, as I've said in a past video, but we're gonna review the Star Wars trilogy because at the house I'm catching up my wife, and she's so excited, and the kids on past Star Wars movies. So when we go see the new one, we're prepared. So that will be coming in a few weeks, and then I don't know, whatever's coming out in the theater, we'll have to go see one soon.
The Star Wars movie is gonna be big. There's a James Bond movie that's coming out on Friday. The Star Wars movie is gonna be a big one. We're gonna have his cousin with us. It's gonna be a little bit longer.
Down here. This is rated R, so I'm not sure if we'll see this, but Preston hasn't seen it yet. He just knows I make that noise. Anyways, so we might review this one. It's a good movie. I'll have to see why it's rated R first. Anyways, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good evening.